listening to LYNC Radio. I'm Jessica Eturralde. In this episode, we highlight the incredible work being done in Ukraine, where a trauma therapy initiative is helping children and families heal amidst the ongoing war. Next, we'll turn to Bukhara, where a Baptist community needs our help to rebuild a beloved church, bringing hope and restoration to a faithful community in Uzbekistan. Finally, we'll take you to Kazakhstan, where a groundbreaking cross-cultural religious literacy course is equipping government officials to navigate religious diversity and promote mutual respect and cooperation. All coming up right after this. Want to dive deeper into the world of religious freedom building and helping marginalized communities? Then don't miss our new video program, LYNC Interview.
Every religion is a persecuted minority somewhere.
In every episode, we bring you stories and insights from the experts making a difference.
We like to think about religious persecution as some problem that's over in Asia or the Middle East. It's not in Europe, it's not in America. But here's the simple truth, we're all human.
Join me, Jessica Eturralde, as I sit down with inspiring voices from around the world working in religious freedom building.
The main lesson for mainstream society would be to think twice before assuming that religious radicals are necessarily a problem for social flourishing and stability.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit lyncommunity.org and click on the Media tab.
When we support international religious freedom, we are not just upholding a principle. We are protecting our interests, our security, and our values.
I'm not loving my neighbor unless I love them in a language and logic that they understand.
Catch every episode of LYNC Interview. Get inspired, get involved, and together, let's foster more cohesive and safe societies. The war in Ukraine continues to wreak havoc on the lives of countless families, but for the nation's children, the youngest and most vulnerable, it has left scars that run deep. In response, Love Your Neighbor Community, in collaboration with its partner Krashi Mabutny, launched the initiative Caring for Ukraine's Children Through Trauma Healing, Hope, and Critical Care. This groundbreaking project has reached 449 children and 81 adults in over 16 cities in Ukraine and Germany. Led by over 20 therapy teams, the program conducted 39 group sessions to address trauma and foster resilience. These sessions weren't held in typical settings. Imagine conducting therapy amidst air raid sirens, in bomb shelters, or by candlelight during power outages. This was the reality for therapists and children alike. The program utilized trauma healing techniques developed by global experts and tailored them for Ukraine's unique cultural context. Methods like steps of fear and safe place empowered participants to manage stress and regain emotional stability. Therapists also combine these techniques with prayer, offering children spiritual comfort and hope during air raids. Many children heard about God for the first time, and some even taught their families to pray, creating a ripple effect of hope and faith. Here are a few powerful stories from the program. In Lviv, displaced children who faced rejection from their families found a new sense of belonging. One participant, named Matviy, an 18-year-old who had been withdrawn and isolated, transformed through the sessions, expressing emotions, interacting with peers, and discovering a brighter outlook on life. In Zhmerinka, Maxim, an orphan haunted by his parents' violent arguments, used the safe place technique to overcome his fear of loud voices, achieving emotional stability and a newfound sense of peace. And in Borodyanka, Sofia, a 10-year-old whose home was destroyed, initially exhibited aggression and fear. Through drawing and therapeutic discussions, she began processing her trauma, imagining a hopeful future, and significantly improving her behavior. Despite logistical challenges, the last segment of the program was adapted and thrived under the leadership of Ms. Oksana Vlasnova. Her swift action ensured the project's completion and maintained the critical support needed by children and families. In a recent address, Wade Cusack, CEO of Love Your Neighbor Community, extended a profound thank you to the tireless therapists and volunteers on the ground, calling them the unsung heroes of this crisis. The sun peered through orange curtains lining the narrow room with a timber plank ceiling as workers, men, women, and their children, sat in chairs with their hands folded and watched Wade's video.
I want to start by giving a big shout out to all of you, the incredible therapists who have been working tirelessly across Ukraine, helping children overcome their trauma. Your dedication and compassion have made a world of difference in their lives who have been through unimaginable hardship. You are the unsung heroes of this crisis, and I can't thank you enough for the incredible work you are doing.
Wade also recognized the pivotal role of the Ukrainian foundation Krashi Mabutny and its leaders Ruslan Bavridju and Viktor Yemyelin, whose partnership has been instrumental in creating a network of support for those in need, and stressed LYNC's commitment to support. The courage and resilience of these workers inspire a global community united in their commitment to stand with Ukraine and provide hope and healing during these dark times.
At LYNC Community, we have stood with Ukraine since the first invasion by Russia. We have been committed to providing humanitarian aid, helping to rebuild the structures of everyday life. Remember, you are not alone in this fight. A global community that stands with you, supports you, and is deeply grateful for all that you do. Thank you for your unwavering dedication and for being the light in such a dark place. Together, we will continue to support Ukraine. Stay strong, and may God bless you.
The program's success highlights the importance of cultural sensitivity, adaptability, and the integration of psychological and spiritual practices. It not only provided healing, but also instilled hope and resilience in children affected by war. Looking ahead, the demand for such initiatives is only growing. Expanding this program will ensure that more children and families can receive the care they need to rebuild their lives and futures. We have released a full detailed report on the progress of this program, and you may read it in full at lyncommunity.org. Just go to our website there and click on the Our Work tab in the menu bar. We'll also include a link to the report in our show notes. Coming up, in the historic city of Bukhara, Uzbekistan, a small but steadfast Baptist community faces the challenge of rebuilding their beloved church, a sanctuary that's been sealed off for years. And later, we reflect on a transformative week of advanced training in cross-cultural religious literacy, an effort that's breaking barriers and building bridges in one of Central Asia's most vibrant regions. Stay tuned. Jessica Eturralde here, giving you a quick reminder that if you're enjoying this program, please like and subscribe and share this with someone you know. Together, we can expand the conversation on building religious freedom, fostering social cohesion, and supporting the marginalized. Now we turn our focus to the historic city of Bukhara, where the Registered Baptist Union Church has been unable to hold public worship since 2021. A broken water pipe caused significant damage to their church building, leading local authorities to seal it shut. The Baptists wish to repair or rebuild the structure, but under local regulations, only a specialized state company can undertake the work. The community continues to struggle to meet without a proper space for worship. The congregation has been gathering privately in homes and rented spaces, striving to keep their faith alive in difficult circumstances. The Bukhara city administration has promised to assist with the restoration of their church, but efforts have been stalled due to unresolved legal and administrative hurdles. The city hall has also graciously offered an alternative building, but the journey is far from over. This new space, a former warehouse, is currently nothing more than 4 walls and a leaking roof, a bare structure unfit yet for worship or gathering. For over 3 years, this resilient community has been without a proper place to come together to pray and support one another. And as we reflect on the challenges faced by the Baptist community in Bukhara, it's clear that their unwavering faith and resilience deserve our support. Their story is not just about a building. It's about preserving hope and creating a space where a minority faith community can thrive. Now, you and I can be part of their journey to rebuild, and here's how we can make a difference. Together, we can transform the donated structure into a safe, welcoming, and dignified space for worship and fellowship. But we need to raise $50,000 to make it happen. Your donation will go directly to essential renovations, nothing else. Those renovations include repairing the roof, weatherproofing the building, and creating a warm and inviting space for the community. Every dollar given restores more than just bricks and mortar. It restores hope, belonging, and faith for a resilient community that has faced immense hardship. As the year wraps up, please consider donating today and help rebuild the heart of this faithful community. To do so, you can visit lyncommunity.org and click on the Donate Now tab in the upper right corner, and we'll also provide a link for that in our show notes. Next on LYNC Radio, we head to Almaty, Kazakhstan, where LYNC, along with the local Caspian University and the U.S.-based Strauss School for Dispute Resolution, hosted the very first cross-cultural religious literacy advanced training course, equipping government officials involved in religious affairs to promote mutual respect and cooperation among diverse religious groups. More on this coming up after the break. Want to dive deeper into the world of religious freedom building and helping marginalized communities? Then don't miss our new video program, LYNC Interview.
Every religion is a persecuted minority somewhere.
In every episode, we bring you stories and insights from the experts making a difference.
We like to think about religious persecution as some problem that's over in Asia or the Middle East. It's not in Europe, it's not in America. But here's the simple truth, we're all human.
Join me, Jessica Eturralde, as I sit down with inspiring voices from around the world working in religious freedom building.
The main lesson for mainstream society would be to think twice before assuming that religious radicals are necessarily a problem for social flourishing and stability.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel or visit lyncommunity.org and click on the Media tab.
When we support international religious freedom, we are not just upholding a principle. We are protecting our interests, our security, and our values.
I'm not loving my neighbor unless I love them in a language and logic that they understand.
Catch every episode of LYNC Interview. Get inspired, get involved, and together, let's foster more cohesive and safe societies.
We are in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and just finished LYNC organized cross-cultural religious literacy advanced training course for the government officials involved in religious affairs.
Standing in the snow, adorned in a navy chiffon robe and a striking red fox fur hat with a fox pelt draped over his left shoulder, LYNC CEO Wade Cusack held a majestic golden eagle in his right hand and paused to reflect on the transformative training experience.
Since 2013, each step here forward was another deeper and wider engagement, as you can probably see from my new outfit and my new pet friend. For the first time, we hosted all the heads of religious affairs department from all the provinces of Kazakhstan who received official certificates. The cross-cultural religious literacy provides much needed background and cultural understanding to discuss religious law, implementation, reforms through the lens of mutual respect and understanding.
In 2023, LYNC signed a Memorandum of Understanding with Caspian University in Almaty. This agreement created the framework for the cross-cultural religious literacy program, a pioneering effort to equip Kazakhstani officials with tools to navigate religious diversity and promote pluralism. With the full support of the Kazakh government and insights from leading international and local experts, this program represents a significant leap forward for multi-faith engagement in the region. Fast forward to December. Just recently, the advanced training course officially launched. Last week, 15 heads of provincial religious affairs departments gathered in Almaty for a 4-day session designed to provide practical, accredited training in cross-cultural and religious literacy. The program kicked off with an inspiring opening ceremony at Caspian University. Among the speakers was the ambassador to the Czech Republic, Robert Rehak, who welcomed participants. Rehak has played a significant role as he, along with the Czech Ministry of Affairs, hosted a delegation in Prague last month.
This course is, in my eyes, a crucial step in fostering understanding, respect and cooperation in our diverse world. I had very positive and important meeting here in Prague with your Vice Minister of Culture and Information, Mr. Kanat Iskakov. He presented to me Kazakhstan's dedication to advancing religious freedom and dialogue, a vision we share deeply within our alliance.
Other speakers included Vice Minister Kanat Iskakov and leaders from the Almaty Mayor's office. Rector Zholdasbek Nusinov also welcomed the attendees, emphasizing the significance of this initiative for Kazakhstan's future. Participants then dove into interactive lectures led by international experts, including Dr. Chris Seipel, who is a senior fellow for LYNC, Dr. Attila Miklovits, and Dr. Sukhsimranjit Singh. Topics ranged from negotiation and mediation to fostering empathy and breaking stereotypes, skills critical to managing religious diversity and reducing extremism. One of the most memorable moments was a roundtable discussion with Kazakhstani clergy representing Islam, Buddhism, and Christianity. Religious leaders shared insights from their faith, including inspiring examples from Imam Ruslan and Pastor Arman Arembayev, who is also LYNC's representative to Kazakhstan. This session fostered dialogue and deepened understanding across faith traditions. And it wasn't just lectures and discussions. The training featured hands-on activities to help participants apply what they learned in their communities. From real-world case studies to thoughtful conversations on legal frameworks, this program equipped officials to better serve their provinces. One of LYNC's senior fellows I just mentioned a minute ago, Dr. Chris Seipel, who has worked across Asia for decades, said that one of the dinners was unlike anything he's experienced.
For the past 20 years, I've been working across Asia doing certificate programs on religion and security, religious freedom, religion and character development, always working through local universities, and always working with the local government. In Asia, they have committees or ministries that regulate religious affairs, so it's very important to work with the government because they have government officials at the provincial level that oversee religious life. We've been here this past week in Almaty, Kazakhstan, working with government officials from across Kazakhstan. And two things happened that I've never seen happen in my 20 years of working across Asia. One, we had government officials from every province that belong to the Committee for Religious Affairs. They oversee local life. They make the decisions. Two, at a dinner last night, each member of the Committee for Religious Affairs from their respective province got up and gave a toast. Not a typical government toast, but a toast from the heart. Warm, funny, heartfelt, citing learnings from the week that I had forgotten about. And they wanted to express their thanks for coming alongside them and walking with them as they figure out what religious life looks like here in Kazakhstan as we move into the 21st century. It was a wonderful experience, and I am grateful to the government of Kazakhstan and the city of Almaty and Caspian University.
This cross-cultural religious literacy program is about more than education. It's about building relationships, reducing radicalism, and promoting mutual respect. By addressing religious law through the lens of cultural understanding, the program is setting a new standard for collaboration between governments, religious communities, and civil society. As participants received their certificates at the program's conclusion, it was clear that this is just the beginning. Kazakhstan is taking bold steps toward becoming a global leader in multi-faith dialogue, and LYNC is proud to be a part of this transformative journey. LYNC will release a detailed report on our developments in Kazakhstan next month. When it's published, we'll be sure to update you here on LYNC Radio. And that wraps up this episode. This also wraps up the last radio episode for 2024. We close out our program with an excerpt of the Ukrainian Christmas carol sung by our friends in Ukraine. We at LYNC hope you all have a blessed season, and Lord willing, we'll see you in the next year. You've been listening to LYNC Radio. I'm Jessica Eturralde. Stay inspired, stay connected, and stay hopeful.
Яночки, подивися, яночки.